Fucking hilarious. Oh, there it goes. All right, you ready?
Yeah, bro.
Alrighty. Wombat Jones here for Ramen Chokehold. I've got a very special guest with me. I've got Matt the Viper Vaile. And Matt, how you going, mate? I know you just finished training over there.
Yeah, how's it going? Feeling pretty good. It's good to have a catch up with you. See what's on the horizon.
Now, mate, if no one knows who you are the current XFC Welterweight champion. Now, XFC is the longest reigning Australian promotion since 2003. And you've not only won that belt, but defended it 4 times. So you're now 5 times current welterweight XFC champion, mate. And you know, you're one of the greatest Anzac MMA welterweights going around. So what's it like holding that sort of a title, especially with XFC?
It sort of hasn't really. It's sort of been like steady progress over a couple of years. You know, like it's come to this point, and it doesn't really seem like a huge. It's sort of like I still need to prove myself to get something higher. I think all your goals, as you achieve them, you slowly make bigger ones, and I just want to keep going.
And I mean, I've watched a couple of your fights live now, and I've gone through today and watched nearly all of your fights. And I got to say, mate, you're 9-1. You've got 8 finishes, and when you get someone hurt, you put them away, and that's what I really love about your fighting style. It's aggressive, it's forward. You're never taking a backward step. Like, so what can you see has changed since sort of like, you know, maybe you've only had 1 loss since your last loss, which I think was in 15 or something like that. And it's now you've gone nearly 2.5 years undefeated. You've got the strap. What's changed since then to now, and when you're looking to move forward?
So I think as our sort of like with my training partners and everything, each fight we look and take something away from it. And I've had a couple of really tough fights through there, and I think that 1 loss sort of really was almost a good thing for me, because I sort of seen a lot of my weaknesses, and I didn't lose by like a huge amount or anything, but started to work the wrestling and everything big. And we've got like our wrestling coach, sort of Aaron, he's sort of Commonwealth wrestling, so he's been pushing that, and I'm feeling really strong with that kind of side of things. And just every fight, just feeling better in my game as it goes on, and there's always room for improvement. And you know, just it's exciting to see being able to try and test it out in the future. I just want to keep on going.
Now, speaking of training partners, mate, I know that you work with Luke Jamo, and he's got a big fight coming up at UFC 221, which I know you're going to be in his corner for. So why don't you tell me what it's like getting him ready for a fight, and you know, and really testing yourself out with some of the best.
It's sort of second to none. It's a pretty lucky situation to have to be able to have him as a training partner and everything, being the same weight and everything else, sort of get to test myself every single week and go for it. So it definitely keeps you honest, and yeah, you know that you're putting in the hard work with one of the best out there. So yeah, it's definitely good.
Now, mate, I can look at you, and I know usually, you know, you're a bigger sort of a welterweight, but you're looking kind of trim. So what's going on? Do you have anything to tell us, mate?
Well, we've been training over the Christmas period anyway for Luke's fight, and throughout New Year's. So throughout there as well, I've been constantly looking for fights since the end of last year, and it looks like we've got one locked in a couple of weeks or 2 months. It's still a bit of a hazy one to keep it a bit mysterious, but yeah, I'm definitely keeping very, very fit.
So we might as well break the news then. We won't let it out until it gets out there, but basically what you're trying to say is you've got a fight lined up, and it's on Hex Series, mate, and you'll be going for some more gold. So who are you going to be fighting against, and when can we see you in the cage next?
So it looks like we'll be fighting. I don't know if I want to fucking announce it. So it looks like it'll be end of March, back in the cage. seems like it's a good amount of time to get ready for it, and possibly one of my biggest tests to date. But I'm feeling good, and I've learned and built on a lot of things since last year, and I'm really keen to try it out. And I think it's going to really run.
Hey, wait, let's stop it. Do you not want to say it? Like, because I can edit this shit out. Do you not want to say who it is? Are you freaking out?
Pretty dark. Hold on. Yeah.
Because I won't. Because if you want,
we can just edit it.
Yeah. No, I won't. Because I can release this like next week, like after he puts it out. I won't fuck you up, bro. I'm only here to boost you up. I'm not Ariel Helwani, man. I'm not that cunt. I will never do that.
I don't know how it works.
Well, because I like.
No, that's all good.
I'm the same. I actually like. I get pissed off when Ariel Helwani does that shit. So I'm actually on the promoter's side. I'm always on the promoter's side because that's their fucking job, right? I mean, why else are you fucking signing with these people unless they're gonna like tell people when you're fighting? So it's like we can, because I can just run it back to that question. Well, it's up to you. Like, if you don't want to do it, I can always call you next week when they fucking like. We can do this whenever.
No, that sounds all good. We'll just do it. We could just release that after they've done it officially.
Yeah, well, that'll give me time to chop it up as well. Yeah, and then when because what I'll do is I'll put like your
announcing the fight.
Alrighty, all right, sweet as. So I'll go. All right, cool. You ready? Yeah, wait. I gotta have another shot now. You fucking.
You got the
Hey. Oh, we're gonna get Hank involved too in a minute. Hank's getting involved in a minute. All right.
He's getting his napping.
Oh, is he? Tell him to wake up. He's on camera. What the fuck, man?
Well, he will.
Come on, Hank. All right.
He's a complete fucking showstopper.
Man, oh, you should get him like so he's coming out of like your top of the thing here. So, mate, why don't we just tell everyone you've got a fight announcement to make? We won't let this out until it gets out there, but why don't we tell everyone who you're fighting, who's it up against? Like, fuck, I'm going to start that again. I just said who you're up against like 6 times. Hang on, wait. Oh, shit. All right. I'm sorry. You ready?
Yeah, bro.
So, mate, why don't we tell everyone who you're fighting, who it's going to be for? I know it's for a strap. I know you're keen for more gold. So lay it on us, man.
All right, so it looks like Hex Fight Series. I'm coming for the welterweight title. So Kit Campbell, he's the current champion. He last fight he defeated John Vake over 5 rounds. Looking forward to coming and taking that gold back home and adding to the collection, man. March 23rd, I think it's on the Friday night in Melbourne Pavilion. I want to put on a big show.
And last time I was at Melbourne Pavilion, it's an absolutely amazing arena. I'm not sure if you fought there before or not, but you're going to absolutely love it if you haven't. So, guys, if you want to buy tickets, make sure you get onto Hex's website, Hex Facebook, check them all out. It's going to be all out. Well, I know Kit Campbell, I think he's ranked number 6 or 5 in Australia, but that doesn't tell the story, does it, mate? Because he's actually, ever since he signed with Hex, he's gone through the whole roster. He's now won 4 fights in a row. He's now the champion, defended it. So what do you think your biggest concerns for the fight are going to be with Kit?
I think, I was looking at sort of different options for fights throughout Australia and this is sort of like the only one I can see is any use left in the whole line of things, like in form of like a challenge. But there's definitely holes in his game and I know I got the recipe to get that belt and get the win.
Mate, and so I'm looking forward to it. I've seen you fight live now, and if no one's seen you fight, you can actually jump on YouTube, because when I was doing my research for your interview today, mate, you're everywhere on YouTube. You type in Matt the Viper Vaile, and all your XFC fights come up and all that, so you can watch Matt's fights, you can see what sort of a relentless pressure he puts on. And not only that, hey, what do you enter the cage at? You must be like 118 kilos when you enter the cage. Like you're a 7'9", 118 kilo monster at welterweight.
I'm not the largest one out there, but I suppose I think everyone looks a bit bigger on camera. I think you get that bit of a wide shot.
Now, mate, I wouldn't finish the interview without giving you a chance to thank your sponsors, thank your team, thank anyone else that you want to thank for getting to, you know, the place that you're at now. So, mate, this is your time to tell everyone where they can find you on social media and who you can thank for getting you here.
Sweet as. So, first off, just my Facebook page, which is Matt the Viper Vaile. Instagram's just Viper Vaile on there, and also have a Twitter account, which is Viper Vaile. Not too much business going through that one at the moment. I just haven't had the time. Onto all my sponsors. So main sponsor Switch Group. It's the actual work I work for. So they're very generous in the time that they give me off, and very helpful towards that. As well as MMA Addict and Core MMA, which is our main gym that we train down at. So got a massive new gym in Hamilton. It's the biggest one for sure, and it's a huge group down there, which is just like a big family. Which is far too many people to thank, but I have people throughout the week who does personal trainings with me. By all my training partners that I go through, there's so many of them. The main ones like Luke and Aaron, who put all their time to the sessions in my garage with Brent and Reed and the others from IMA. It's sort of never ending. I owe a lot of time to the people that I had over in Phuket Top Team. A lot was given to me over there, and I worked with some really cool people. Jason Primal, strength and conditioning. Yeah, as the list goes on, bro.
Mate, I'm sure there's a massive list, but it's so good that you at least, you know, call out a few of them that really help you. But, you know, moving forward, if you win this fight, why don't you give a shout out to Sean Shelby, or, you know, I know that's where you're looking for. You're looking for the UFC. I know that's where you want to be. You know you can get there because you train with someone who's in the UFC. So once you win this fight, what are your plans, mate?
You know, before this fight, I wasn't fussed on sort of, you know, I knew another fight would come, and I'm happy to work my way through it still and earn my spot on that UFC roster. You know, like I've been knocking on the door, but after this one, I'm just gonna kick it down. They better freaking answer the calls. You know, I want in.
That's nice, man, mate, and I'm sure you will get in if you take this fight out. I 100% believe that that's one of the fights that will definitely get you into the UFC. So, mate, thank you so much for catching up with us. Thank you for breaking the news. We'll release this once the fight news come out. So, once again, Matt, thanks, mate. And we will definitely catch up with you before your fight. Hopefully you'll come back on and let us know how your camp's going and how you're feeling. And, mate, until then, I can't wait to catch up with you then.
Thanks heaps, bro. Cheers from me and Hank, the big man.
Hank's a monster. Look at this cat. Look at it. Mate, like I said before, I firmly believe you got to get a little purse. You know, when you make the UFC, you walk old Hank down that, mate. You walk old Hank down. Chicks will love it. Chicks will love
it. Cheers heaps, bro. Catch you later.
See you, mate. Take care, man.